And welcome back to Catherine.
We're entering the nightmare mode now?
Yes.
Awesome.
This is day 2 of our nightmares.
Woo! The second day.
Yeah. So, there's going to be a trend here. Like, in each stage, you'll be introduced a different obstacle, per se. And this obstacle happens to be called trap blocks. Now, I don't think we get introduced to trap blocks until stage 3, I think.
Prison of despair.
Well, no. We get introduced to it here because crumbling blocks will be a thing in this stage.
Yeah, but that doesn't quite count as a trap block. That's just a weak block. And you really shouldn't rely on it when you're building up your wall.
Mm-hmm. Also,
I think.
If you pay attention to the soundtrack, it's basically, renditions of classic music.
Oh, is that what this is always? Is that what they've always been? I know some of them sound familiar, but I've never actually bothered to figure out what.
Yeah, and I do like it. It's this game has a good soundtrack.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that.
Also, if you
Really?
notice, there's like a gold meter at the top right of your screen. You want to keep your combo up because it does, your points are measured in Enigma coins. And depending on
that
how
name.
much points you have, you can get a certain rank, in each stage, ranging from bronze to gold. Gold being the best.
Yeah, and we already saw him get a gold trophy in the first level, and it's very hard not to get that first one.
Yeah.
I
Now,
can do it. I can do it.
yeah, like there's a trophy / achievement for this game called Golden Boy, where you get all the golden trophies, in
you
all
ever
the
gotten it?
stages. Nope.
Guys. So he's got ram horns and he's collecting pillows. He's the golden boy. Does that mean he has the golden fleece?
He wishes.
If only the woodpecker cries. I love the little voice going, edge.
Yeah.
Like, I want that in the background of my life. Like, people are just like, what's up with Kelly? They're just like, she's got edge.
That would be actually kind of funny.
So, doesn't matter how many blocks, you can push. Just as long as they're not the kind of solid blocks that has the faces on them, because you can't move them, like, at all.
That's a face? Oh, that's a face.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think it was?
Like a
Lost
crown.
your-
Or like a hat or something. Or some kind of symbol.
I mean, I can see if you would think it was a fleur-de-lis or whatever, but it is a face.
Yeah.
If you do,
Fleur-de-lis, symbol or something like that. I wasn't paying much attention to it.
yeah, I'm not going too crazy, with the points
But,
here, because I'm not going for the Golden Boy achievement, obviously.
Yeah, you'd kill yourself
Yeah.
trying to do that.
Pretty much.
Which, if that was a fleur-de-lis, I would notice, because I'm from New Orleans, and everything is fleur-de-lis. So, I would know. Like, if there's a fleur-de-lis in my vicinity, I'm just like, hello. It's you.
So yeah. Also to mention,
You only
if
got
you
a silver.
die,
Suck.
if you die, like you will drop a rank, regardless. So you better not die if you're trying to aim for the gold ranks. And like I said, you gotta keep the combo flowing. And considering the obstacles that we will run into later on in this game, it's very hard to do to keep up with the combos.
Do I look like a sheep? You're the sheep. Everybody here's a sheep but me.
Yes, you're a sheep wearing a tie.
Who are you?
That makes him not a sheep. Thank you very much.
Wish I knew.
Half sheep.
One thing's for certain.
Half sheep. Okay, one of my favorite things right next to the mouth has got to be the way he, like, walks during the games.
Yeah, like, fun fact, and I don't know if it's intentional or not, but the running animation is actually the same as Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins on the NES.
And who's played that in the last 5 years?
Well, no, like, this is the original, like, Ghosts and Goblins running animation
No.
On the NES. So, yeah. I don't know if that was really intentional, but that's what it reminds me of right off the top of my head.
Well, I think the way that he just kind of stands there, it looks like he's trying to hold in piss, like he's trying
Yeah,
not to piss
he probably
himself.
is. He probably
Well,
is.
just look at the way
has-
he's standing, all hunched over, his legs kind of tight
Well, I mean, have you
together.
ever had that dream where you're just like, oh, I need to use the bathroom. I'm going to go to the bathroom. And then you're like, wait. And then you wake up and you're like, shit.
Yeah, I actually had one of those about a week ago, actually.
I hate those dreams so much. And
It's
it's
like-
just like, wow, you
well, it
went
was
to
also
bed
one
and
of
it's like,
those-
I didn't mean to.
It's one of those dreams that you kind of in and out of, too. It was like, I know I'm in a dream here. I've got to go to the bathroom. Wait, I'm awake. No, I don't need to go to the bathroom right now. Back into sleep. I need to go back. I'm awake now. Oh, do I really need to go? It was maddening.
I have a fear of having those dreams, and like sometimes I'll just wake up and like my bladder will be like pressing against my intestines and my stomach will hurt. It'll just be like, go to the bathroom, and I'll just be like, I do not want to get up, and I'll just be sitting there doing nothing. Just like, I don't care. And then I'm just like, if I don't go to the bathroom and I have a toilet dream, I'm gonna hate myself for the rest of my life. So I need to get up, and then I hate myself for the rest of my life because I got up and didn't go back to sleep.
In contrary belief, it's not very healthy to keep a full bladder, ladies and gentlemen. If you gotta use
That's
the
how you get a-
restroom,
That's how you get a
use-
UTI.
use the fucking restroom, for your sake.
You can get a UTI from that, or females can.
But, yeah. So, in between each level, we get landings. And, you can speak to sheep, and you also learn techniques, from certain sheeps. Like this guy over here. Hi.
I like his vest. I think that's a vest.
Yeah, it's a vest.
It's a
And,
fancy vest. Okay, I
if
just
you-
pictured him like... Sorry.
no, I was just gonna say, if you want to get through this game, you definitely want to pick up on these techniques to learn from the other sheep.
Granted, these first few techniques are basically stuff you've already been doing, but
Pretty
Yeah.
much. But you'll learn, like,
That's
nifty
with all
ones
video
later on down the
games.
road. Mm-hmm.
That's really with all video games, like I'll go and do something, like Kingdom Hearts, for example. It'll just be like, hey, you can do a combo by doing this thing. And I'm like, wait, I thought that kind of was just a gimmick.
Yeah.
Like, I've been doing that this whole time.
Yeah.
well, some people need to be told because common sense apparently is dead in this country.
I suppose so. But, you'll also, depending on the answers that you give, to the sheep, your morale, your morale will change. So, also, on each landing, if you notice, there's a confession stand.
Confessional.
Yep.
Everyone dies eventually.
I like your attitude. Let's lay down.
That's actually a yoga pose, and it's my favorite yoga pose.
What's it called? Sleeping?
I think it's like the dead man or something like that. I don't remember, but like,
Damn near appropriate here, though, don't you think?
but like in gym class, we were doing stretches, and then our coach was just like, "Hey, lay down on the ground, put your feet up, like put your legs apart, and like put your arms out a certain way, palms up. This gets your like blood like recirculating perfectly." And I was just like, "This is my favorite," and like I almost fell asleep multiple times doing that pose. She's just like, "Get up," and I would just be like, "Nah,
Now,
I'm good."
during your first playthrough, you get asked these questions and these
Well, the
confessionals.
first question is always the same.
Yeah. Well, and then the other questions are randomized, but This is like your
Question 1.
personality test. I would like to put at best.
Pull the rope with the answer that best matches your true feelings.
But the answers are just so simplistic. It's like hard to really commit to one way or commit one way or another, especially when it's a question. It's a question with two answers that are just like neither of them. I don't like either of these answers. What the fuck is wrong with this game?
Yeah, there are some questions like that, but this first playthrough, treat it as a personality test. Test yourself. Because of this, I got the True Lovers ending, during my first playthrough. Just being honest.
Oh my god.
Oh, that painting behind Vincent's head, that's going to be changing a lot through the game, so keep an eye on that.
Just imagine going in a confessional, being asked a question, and then just
Dear
rocket
Father, I have... Forgive me, for I have sinned, now blast off!
To the moon!
I feel like that's how Jimmy Neutron goes to confession. Just like, forgive me, Father, I
That
have
would be
sinned.
the
And he's
best
just
Jimmy
like,
Neutron
Jimmy.
episode ever!
He's like, Jimmy, and he asks like a stupid question
Jimmy
or something.
Neutron goes to church.
Moon, church moon. And Jimmy Neutron's just like, but why can't the church be on the moon? Blast off!
That would be the most awesome thing ever!
God bless that show. I think my favorite thing was when they crossed over with Timmy Turner.
Oh
Apparently-
god, I remember that episode. That was so freaking weird.
It was so funny seeing Timmy with Jimmy Neutron's animation and Jimmy with Timmy's animation. Like, it was the weirdest thing, and it was absolutely great.
I think out of the two, Jimmy looks better in Timmy's animation than Timmy did in Jimmy's.
Yeah, it was kind of creepy, but it was really cool.
Press the square button.
So, when you pick up these items, you can only carry one item at a time.
Yeah, we're not even really paying attention to the game at this point, are we?
Yeah, no.
I am. He talked to some sheeps and he rocket blasted to the moon in a confessional. That's all I need to know so far. And he's still in a nightmare, and he's hunched over like, is it just me, or does Run kind of look a little bit like Fiddlesticks from League of Legends?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I
Definitely.
wouldn't know.
That's how I run in gym class.
You run like that in gym class?
Like,
Wow.
I used to. Like, I hated gym in high school because of running, so I would just run like Fiddlesticks for the hell of it.
As a condition
Now,
unlocking additional
These Enigma coins do not only serve as points, but they actually serve as currency. For each landing, there is a merchant sheep. You can
After a
also-
certain point, I think.
Yeah, like after a certain point, he stopped showing up because his bag got too heavy, so he died.
Is he like chasing
Smack
the way
him!
the way he like lifts up his arms and is like, ah!
Ah, I gotta get out of here, Kermit the Frog style. Ah!
Kermit the Frog here.
This stream has been brought to you by the letter F for fuck this shit.
watch out for wobbling blocks.
Yeah, sheep that get in your way, in
Are a
levels
pain
like
in the
this, it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, get the hell out of my way, you. Oh, come on! Seriously? You son of a
Dude,
bitch.
he's just like laying back, like, yeah, fuck me.
Yeah, sheeps, later sheeps in this game actually serve as enemies that will try to kill you. So, I mean, there's that.
Never trust
Also,
the sheep.
Fall off the stage, that's a game over. You get crushed
Well, I
by a
mean-
block, that's a game over. You get killed by a sheep, that's a game over.
Hold up. I could see where these sheep will be kind of pissed. Because I'm pretty certain he's wearing cotton boxers.
Two creatures stand on a block at the same time.
Wouldn't it make more sense if they were
I'm gonna need
wool?
wool. Okay, maybe he wears a wool blanket that he peed on. Okay, one of those things. Why did I think cotton came from sheep? I need to go back. Oh my god, I'm okay. One of these materials, like maybe that pillow, is.
Who makes
No,
wool
I don't-
pillows?
I don't know. I'm trying to make a joke.
I'm sorry, hon.
I see you're still alive and kicking.
Well, yes, I am very much alive and kicking.
How high does this damn thing go? I don't know. I wish I did.
The map on the
So
left
yeah,
side of the
there's a
screen
map if you
shows
haven't
how far
noticed.
you are from the goal. Stages vary in length, so be mindful.
And I actually do like this, map system because, it brings a sense of fear. Like, shit's gonna go down if, those, the white space gets smaller and smaller.
It's like when you hit that point where
It's
there's
basically
a giant
your timer.
door and you have a bunch of hearts and like save point and you're just like crap, shit going down.
Impressed?
Despite that sheep being in my way, I still got gold rank. Also, yeah, like I mentioned in the last video, we'll be saving bar patrons, all of them. And by all of them, there's only like, let me
5?
see, 5, yes.
You're safe too. Barely. Still. How many people died trying to come here? People. I don't. Listen. Here, you see everybody else as sheep, but all these sheep, they're really human.
So, most of them that don't wear anything at all. We're just gonna assume that they're naked in their sleep.
Suffer like this.
But who wears a tie in their sleep if you go by that logic?
An idea?
Good
But
question.
Stop the speculation.
I mean, it's a little better to be naked than wearing a tie, unless like I don't know, they were doing some kinky crap before bed.
Something
But don't you know, it's his birthday suit.
I mean, there are multiple reasons why you could sleep completely naked. One of those reasons is when it's really, really hot.
I don't question that part, but it's just like, well, are Vincent's boxers visible to the others? Because I would like to see a sheep wearing a set of boxers.
I believe so.
You can learn techniques to help you climb higher. Falling
Yes,
down
like we haven't been picking up techniques already.
There is valuable information to be
Yeah, like I said, sometimes people need things spelled out for them.
Yeah.
It's usually me.
That's the merchant. However, I won't be picking anything up, from him. Because, I hardly use any items when it comes, to Catherine. Once you know how to play the game, you really don't need any items unless, you're in deep shit. And in this case, it's like, oh, well, I could always use this.
I do feel better now. Thanks.
Trying to get caught on the edges there.
Yeah. Why, you were in my way.
Sheep. I'll shove you next time. Hey, I heard that all the sheep here are actually people. Newsflash.
Oh my gosh.
Love his reaction. He's like, newsflash, fuck,
Fuck
you.
you. Oh my gosh.
No. Right or wrong, it's about life and death. Yeah, what good is having pity going to do you in here? No matter what happens to anyone else, I'm gonna live.
Alright, whatever you say, dude.
Monster! Fuzzy and fluffy at the same time, and it's coming right at
You
me.
consider sheep as monsters?
Ah, yes.
There's nothing like that anywhere.
Well, I mean, there are some dangerous sheep out
Oh
there.
my-
Like,
Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
like, I remember one time, like,
Yo,
I visited my, friend's, farm. He had sheep. Those sheep don't really fuck around. Like, you go near them, you're a complete stranger to them, they're gonna definitely ram into you.
to maneuver.
Like, no fucking joke.
A ledge with nothing
'Cause
Yeah.
that's happened to me.
It's like
as long as
I saw this post the other day probably on Tumblr, I don't remember, but it was like, why do people use the word chicken to mean coward? Because chickens are like
Mean little
they're
fuckers.
mean. Like, I used to have people like come over, or we still have people come over to our house to come play with our chickens, and like some people would be like, "Hey, why not I go stick my finger in this chicken cage?" And they regret that.
Really?
It's just, well, I mean, like, we used to, like, feed grass to the chickens when like, we would pick out some grass and just, like, let them have at it, but they'll be like, finger.
You know, it just goes to show you that Nintendo, you know, weren't telling complete lies. You know, chickens can attack. Cuckoos in
The
this
cuckoos.
case for in the Legend of Zeldas. Or
Yeah, you
games.
swing a sword at a chicken, it's gonna react like a cuckoo.
Yep.
Or they run away. It depends. My chickens would run away, probably. Fight or flight. The cuckoos are fight.
Yeah, you know what they say. Third time's a charm.
Okay, that sheep with the vest, I keep picturing it like doing the Carlton dance. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
I just pushed 2 sheep a little while ago.
So yeah, during this playthrough, I'm
Stuck,
definitely
Gary.
talking to a lot. Yeah, like there's a lot of moments, like, you know, you can't even go through anything. You have to find your
Sir.
way, you know, another way around.
You can stay here. Even this place will fall eventually.
The cubes are oh my gosh, I'm sorry. One guy's afraid of the sheep, one guy's afraid of the cubes. Like, just imagine when they like wake up from a nightmare and it's just like, why don't you just try to count sheep to get to sleep better? No!
Newsflash, fuck you!
And it's like here's this wool pillow. Maybe this will help you feel better.
And bring them down like a tornado. Then make a staircase and
Yeah, this one's pretty basic.
Is that how you climb? Wow, you're amazing. Oh, I think I can go on a little longer.
Alrighty, we're done talking with every single sheep here, so let's go to confessional.
hey,
I told you, sit down.
Yeah, I start speaking with him before I sit down. There's even one time, and it's gonna be later on in the later stages, where he's, you know, pokes a joke saying, "Ticket for one adult, please."
Be measured by a single question.
My, aren't you bold? Why don't you sit down?
if you were given, would you like an older partner or a younger one?
Or how about one your age?
Yeah, these are one of those questions.
Yeah, like, I was, what do I want to choose to get my morale up? Apparently, older is the answer.
Well, apparently, I would just pick older because I've never made friends with people my own age. They've always, people I get along best with are usually people who are a few years ahead of me.
Yeah.
So,
A lot of
And-
people have that.
This is the second
it's just a maturity thing. And besides, any guy is more mature when he's older than he will be when he's younger.
Most.
Yes, the key word there is most. You
Hi.
will always
Have you seen the
find
movies?
someone.
Have you seen the movies? No, but like, do you want older or younger? Like, okay, if you put it in the eyes of Vincent, he's a man. If you choose younger, he's gonna be like, give me the little titties of 18-year-olds, barely
Pretty
legals.
much. Also, between each landings, you also get pie graph on what the other people answered. And I just learned this. You can switch the answers made between female and males.
You just learned that?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
okay,
not
I'll give you
joking.
I'll give you that. I didn't know that automatically, but
Look at his run!
it is such a pansy run, isn't it?
I can run better than that, and the only thing I run for is food.
What? Food,
Like,
what?
I feel like there's a few things in this life that I will run for. My dog.
Run from?
Yep. To
Yeah, 'cause
cause
if you
me
s-
running, it's running from something, because I'm not an idiot. Running for my dog, and running to the kitchen.
You do know you could have just
Or my
taken the
parents,
step to the left, right?
Yeah, this was one of those late night segments. Plus, this is the same night, you know, the furnace to the water heater broke.
Oh.
Yep.
I can't get
That was
over
fun.
that edge. That edge.
Now, see, I'm gonna regret doing that later on.
Doing what?
Stepping on that crumbling block. Now, I could have just used this fucking item to, you know,
Yeah.
make all the blocks normal. But like I said, another late segment.
But that would be like one of the first thing that occurs to me. But again, you say that you had difficulties with the leveling the way it was.
Yeah.
And you just get another thing that's
Well, considering
exactly
this is
the same.
like the second time I'm going through normal mode, so...
Okay, fair enough.
Why, thank you, game,
You know
for
what?
fucking me over.
Like I said.
Yeah, it's... You know, you don't want to mess around with these dark blocks, especially, you know, with the boss on your fucking tail.
Especially that close to your freaking tail.
He is encompassing.
Oh, I'm learning. I'm learning. Oh God.
Love is over. You ruined it. He was in that stage. He encompasses two of the reasons for me to run. It's food and running from something. He's running from being food, and you
Pretty
became
much.
food.
So
Yeah,
yeah, pick up those checkpoints, you know, whenever you get a chance. You'll thank yourself.
Or cringe at yourself for doing so poorly. Take your pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, why
Also,
did you
press the
do
select
that?
button to... Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, late segment recording. Just barely getting used to normal mode as a whole. Alrighty. There we go. Now, like I said, when you die, your rank drops. So, even if you're doing so good from the checkpoint, you'll still get, like, silver or bronze. So, if you're aiming for, like, gold ranks, it's best if you don't die at all.
And there's
Nice
just
attention
love.
to detail. If you notice on the fingernails, it's the same color that Catherine has.
Yeah, that's something I was gonna say. I love how all of his nightmares are the worst possible visions of his girlfriend. that he has been together with for 5 years now. Seriously.
He knows all
Personally-
of her bad spots then.
Yeah.
And
Personally,
it won't be
I've
bad
never
spots.
actually had dreams of, you know, any girl trying to kill me. Thankfully.
My dreams are usually weird.
Yeah, I too had a weird dream, but we'll get into that in the next video.
Boop boop.